Welcome back to the channel for Right Time Watches here in Denver, Colorado. Today is an exciting video as I'll be sharing with you a limited edition watch from Seiko. Now I know I've said that before, but this one maybe tops them all. This is the Seiko SLA037, the 62 MAS reissue as part of the Trilogy 55th anniversary for Seiko dive watches. Before we get too deep in the review, we'll invite you to subscribe to our channel so you catch all of our exciting new videos on beautiful watches just like this one. As you can see on the outside of the box, this watch celebrates the 55th anniversary of the Seiko dive watch. I'll go ahead and open this up so you can see what it looks like on the inside. The packaging is quite unique as we have this almost drawer style insert that you can take out and line up with the other Trilogy pieces. There's information here about the history of Seiko divers on both sides, and of course, the beautiful watch. For those of you who are huge Seiko fans, you will already recognize this design. This is the original dive watch created by Seiko, known as the 62 MAS. This reissue is the SLA037 and is a little different from the watches of the past and even different from the most recent reissue of the 62 MAS. This features a bluish gray dial and this matching tropic style strap. The dial is made of iron, which increases the magnetic resistance of the movement inside. As you can see, the case is very angular and somehow looks modern even though it's quite vintage inspired. This watch has a beautiful dive bezel made from ceramic insert. There's a lume pip there at the top so you can identify the time even in the dark. The indices on this watch are absolutely to die for. They're perfectly applied in these fantastic rectangles that are quite polished and shiny and catch the light at various different angles. The lume is also very strong, and we'll take a look at that here shortly. The rubber strap on this watch absolutely matches the quality of the watch itself. The design is very interesting, the detail matching perfectly with the beauty of the watch. It's very soft, very flexible, and will be definitely comfortable for an all-day wear. The underside of this watch is a sealed case back, aiding that 200-meter water resistance, and we've got an indication of the Seiko dive watch 200 meters. Also, at the top side here, you can see the limited edition status out of 1,100. Inside this beautiful watch, we have a very technically impressive movement. The movement is the 8L55 Seiko in-house high beat caliber. It has a 55-hour power reserve and beats at 36,000 vibrations per hour as opposed to the 28,800 that you would see in a standard automatic watch. The increase in beat rate increases the accuracy and the smoothness of the sweeping on the second hand. To see a brand reach back in its archives and do a modern recreation of a vintage classic is definitely not something new, but this is a fantastic iteration of doing so. Everything has been upgraded from the crystal to the dial to the movement, and even the steel is different from what you would have seen in years past. This watch is an absolute tank and should last a lifetime. The lume on this watch is so impressive, I'd be remiss if I didn't include that in our video today. That Seiko Lumibrite never fails to impress. I'll give you some measurements as well, in case you aren't able to come by the store to try it on yourself. The watch comes in right at 40 millimeters. The lug-to-lug distance will also be quite manageable and sits right about 48. The thickness is a little bit thicker because of that domed sapphire crystal on top, but still manageable at 15 millimeters. And here's a look at the watch on my 8-inch wrist. Obviously, I have large wrists and hands, so this watch doesn't look particularly large on me at 40 millimeters. That said, many wearers should be able to enjoy this with much smaller wrists than mine. This limited edition Seiko dive watch is truly a joy to experience and will definitely bring a smile to whoever the owner may be. If you'd like to purchase this or any of our other watches, please visit us at righttime.com or give us a call and we'd be glad to help out. As always, thank you so much for stopping by, and we'll see you next time at Right Time.